start off with questions in the room.
Napheesa, Cheryl was saying that, you were one of the players who was probably most upset in the locker room. After a game like that, how do you guys kind of rally around each other for the next one?
It's disappointing. That's obviously not the outcome that we wanted. So I think she was talking to, we really have to look inward and see what we did individually that went wrong, and fix it for the next game. That's the beauty about a series, is that we get another crack at it. I think a lot of us feel that we wish we could do it tonight even, because we're just, we're excited to get out there and prove that that's not the team that we are now. We can do better than that. So, yeah, it's really disappointing. I'm disappointed in myself. Obviously not how I wanted to come out for our first playoff game. So just have to learn from it and, do better next game.
It seems like the Connecticut style of defense just didn't let up tonight at all and stayed aggressive throughout the entire game, which is hard to do for 40 minutes. Can you speak to their defensive efforts tonight?
Yeah, I think they just had another gear. After that first quarter, I thought we hung tough, but then they came out. They just had another gear, and that's what experienced teams do. This team was in the finals last year, and we know that. So, like Fee said, it's a series, so we know what to expect. And I don't want Fee to ever think that we don't believe in her, or that we don't believe that she's going to come out and do what she's been doing all season long for us. So we're just going to continue, take these 3 days, look at film, whatever. But that's why this is a series. You know what I'm saying? So we know that they have another gear, and now it's our turn to show what gear we have for the next game. Yep.
Hi, for either of you, Connecticut had 16 made three-pointers tonight. Cheryl mentioned she thought there might have been too many wide-open threes. Just from either of your perspective, kind of what did you see on that end?
I think we kind of lit a fire in the beginning. They average 7 threes a game, and they had 9 in the first half, so it's really tough. Once that gets going, it gives a team confidence. And like she said, they were kind of just shooting over us. It wasn't even from our schemed defense. So that's just something, execution-wise and being locked in, that we have to fix for next game, and something we should have done this game. When we see a problem, we have to adjust. So definitely that was one of the areas that they hurt us, obviously.
And Napheesa, just what was it like going up against Dawana? She had a really well-rounded game. What happened there?
Yeah, she's a good player. She's really long. So credit to her. She did well.
We'll head to the Zoom, start with Jack.
For either one of you, it seemed like when players were catching the ball, there was a lot of holding it for 2 or 3 or 4 seconds before making a decision with what to do with the ball. How do you guys go about trying to improve upon how quickly the collective is able to make decisions with the ball in your hands in game 2?
Just getting more aggressive. They were really aggressive in the pick and roll. We knew that coming in. So when it does get swung, just attacking and not holding the ball, that's huge against Connecticut. We know how good they are with their pressure and, AT and DB jumping out on screens and things like that. So we have to get more downhill, and that's just one adjustment that we have to make for next game.
And then, Fee, for you found something a little bit offensively there in the third quarter. And, with the nature of it being a series, this is a situation where you probably go and look at the film there in the third quarter to see, what you maybe can bring for 4 quarters on the next game.
Yeah, I'll definitely be watching film to see what I can do better. Like I said, I was obviously disappointed in what I brought, so you have to make an adjustment. You have to see where you can maybe get some easy baskets, because the ones I usually make weren't falling, how I can help the team in other ways. So yeah, I'll definitely be looking at that to see what I can do better.
Thank you both. Good luck in game 2.
Thanks.
And we'll go to Kent.
Yeah, Coach talked about it being really important that you focus on not just one level, and when it comes to scoring, that maybe you need to get out of the RA a little bit. Is that something that she talked to you about, or what's your reaction to that?
Yeah, she said, my fade's not working, so to try something else. So be more aggressive against AT, kind of use her aggression against her, try to get into her body, up and under, things like that. So something else I'll be looking at in the film.
For either one of you two, when you look at the score sheet, does it all come down? The most important thing is those turnovers and what happened as a result?
Yeah, they scored 30 points off our turnovers, and what is that, 48 points from 3-point line? That's 78 out of the 90 points. So yeah, obviously, we got to take better care of the ball. But I think we just have to get more aggressive in getting downhill. I mean, I took 9 out of my 14 shots were threes. I think I can get more to the rim, open things up for Fee. But it's going to be a collective effort. That's what it's been all season long. Is everybody chipping in, everybody doing their thing. So we got to leave it all out there on Sunday.
We got another chance, yeah.
Another chance, yeah.
Thank you.
Go to Jack again.
For all the things you guys have done this season, you guys have done a really good job of turning it around after, 4 losses. Just what do you think it is about the makeup of your team that, really allows you to just kind of get up every single time you get knocked down and find a way to, not let one bad loss turn into a second one?
I think the fact that we don't assign blame on specific people, we really do look at ourselves and see what we can do ourselves. And because of that, we've grown so close as a team. We have really great team chemistry. We want to do better for each other. It's not about me, it's about the collective. So I think that's what allowed us to turn our season around. And I think that's what's going to allow us to play better on Sundays, because we're going to look at what we did. We're going to see how we can make the team better, and then we're going to execute that.
Final question coming from Rafike.
This is Rafika, nothing but that sports talk. Obviously, I spoke to Coach earlier today, and she talked about how there was not enough team offense. And what do you guys talk about as far as preparing better for Game 2?
Just being more intentional about what we're doing on offense. I think Connecticut sped us up a little bit. They were very aggressive. And like I said, everybody just has to get more aggressive in the pick and roll when we get the ball out, not holding it 1, 2, 3 seconds, but either swinging it or attacking right off of that. And that's where we were really, really good. And then also playing off of our stops. I didn't think we got enough stops, 3 in a row stops, and playing out in transition. I think that's where we've been our best over the last couple games. So getting back to that and just leaving it all out there. I think we were a little bit hesitant in some areas, and I just really want us to get more aggressive and leave it all out there.
Thank you, guys.